Hi, my name is Nolan. In my presentation today, I will discuss the topic of my research paper, Sustainable Transportation, and will focus on the Transportation 2030 Green and Innovative Transportation Program. This presentation will explore the research topic of how Canadians are implementing and replacing old transportation with newer and more sustainable methods of transportation. We will understand how the use of modern transportation is negatively impacting the world globally, and finally evaluate the potential success and effectiveness of the program. Human activity is the leading cause in global warming. The burning of fossil fuels contributes to over 75% of all global greenhouse gas emissions, with over one-third of that caused by transportation emissions. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, humans have continually burned an increasing amount of fossil fuels every year. There has been virtually no slowdown, but people are becoming more aware. A motion of introducing clean energy transportation is slowly making its way into the daily lives of Canadians, but we need to get everyone on board. The Government of Canada has begun an implementation plan to improve Canadians' lives by using new technologies and reducing the environmental impacts of transportation, including greenhouse gas emissions and air pollution, by the deadline of 2030. Through budgeting and committed support, the government plans to make changes in reducing emissions in the aviation sector, reducing emission in the rail sector, reduce emissions from the on-road freight sector, make zero-emission vehicles more affordable, and implement new zero or low carbon transportation systems. These changes will be made through the Transportation 2030 program explained in the next slide. Transportation 2030 Green and Innovative Transportation is a government-created program that introduces a zero-emission vehicle mandate, promises $1.7 billion invested into the ZEV incentive program, creates more sustainable options such as alternative fuels and electric power, gets people to use more efficient modes of transport such as rail and public transportation, encourages the use of new technologies, includes regulations that support innovation and economic development while maintaining safety. Completion of the program by 2030 may result in a greater global accomplishment. Taking leadership in the sustainable transportation sector will increase awareness of the importance of clean transportation, support economic growth, help slow the effects of global warming, reduce air pollution, and reduce transportation costs. The success of the program can only be determined by the involvement of the government and the public. These goals will only be successful if the government is actively participating in the execution of plans, and only if the government commits to its proposed funding budget. Lastly, involvement of the public is required, including purchasing ZEVs, using new transportations, etc. I believe the program will be partly successful, with the hardest part transitioning enough consumers to ZEVs and reaching the deadline, a plan that started in 2016, now with less than 8 years remaining.